Imagine a world where, despite chaos and unexpected challenges, you could be like an impregnable fortress, where serenity and wisdom reign supreme. This ideal, inspired by the Stoic philosophy of Epictetus, reflects the power of cultivating a balanced mind and an indomitable character. In this video, we will explore how to integrate 5 Stoic principles into our lives, enabling you to maintain calm in an often unpredictable world. Our journey is inspired by the mythical Greek figures, such as the prudent Athena or the resilient Prometheus, to demonstrate how ancient wisdom can find application in modern life. As Epictetus suggests, there is a clear distinction between things that are within our control, our thoughts and reactions, and those that we cannot influence, external events. By focusing exclusively on what we can control, we can develop an inner fortress that protects us from life's storms. In this journey of discovery, you will not only learn to recognize and strengthen your principles, but also to live with profound inner peace. Prepare to transform your perception of obstacles, see beyond apparent difficulties, and cultivate a soul that remains unshaken by external adversities. Join me in this exploration of the 5 Stoic principles that can make your life a model of serenity and unshakable strength. The power of a clear and determined purpose is comparable to the inviolable temple of Athena, a symbol of wisdom and protection. Epictetus teaches us that difficulties not only reveal our true character, but also offer the opportunity to uncover and forge our most authentic nature. Every challenge faced is not merely an obstacle, but a step towards greater glory and self-understanding. When defining your goals, reflect deeply on what you truly want to achieve and why. This reflection should not be limited to superficial goals, but should extend to the virtues and values you wish to channel into your daily life. Once these purposes become clear and deeply rooted in your being, every decision and action becomes a conscious step towards realizing your life's ideal. The true purpose, therefore, is not something encountered by chance along the way, but rather something built with intentionality and dedication. Like a sculptor who frees the perfect form from raw stone, so too can you shape your life through perseverance and a constant commitment to your principles. In this way, a well-defined purpose becomes a beacon that illuminates your choices and strengthens your resistance against the emotional storms life may present. With such an approach, your determination becomes invulnerable, allowing you to overcome any challenge with grace and strength, much like the great heroes and heroines of Greek mythology who faced immense trials to achieve immortal honors. Like the proud Hera, who maintained her dominion over the gods with intelligence and cunning, we too must govern our minds with wisdom and discernment. Epictetus enlightens us with the principle that it is not external events that disturb our peace, but our reactions to those events. Mental mastery, therefore, becomes essential to maintaining inner balance. This control begins with awareness of one's thoughts. Learning to observe our reactions without being overwhelmed by them is the first step toward emotional freedom. This self-observation allows us to intercept destructive or negative thoughts before they have the effect of altering our mood. Just as Hera did not let Zeus's actions divert her from her path, we too can choose not to let the opinions or attitudes of others define our serenity. Integrating mental mastery into daily life involves learning to respond consciously rather than reacting impulsively. Whenever we face a provocation, we can take a moment to consciously assess the situation, much like a philosopher reflects before speaking. This not only prevents impulsive responses that could lead to regret, but also fosters a deep understanding of ourselves and others, creating space for a more measured and respectful response. Daily practice of reflection and meditation can help consolidate this principle, strengthening our ability to remain centered even in the face of the greatest challenges. As we develop this inner discipline, we discover that our mind can become as strong and impenetrable as the walls of a fortress, capable of withstanding external assaults without yielding. By applying this second principle, we not only improve our responsiveness to external events, but also enhance the quality of our interactions and emotional health, building a bastion against the instability of the external world. In doing so, we come ever closer to the Stoic ideal of tranquility, regardless of the storms that may try to shake us. Epictetus, like the stoic and unyielding goddess Athena, teaches us that true strength lies not in avoiding criticism, but in remaining indifferent to it. Other people's opinions, often rooted in contexts and perspectives we do not fully understand, should not have the power to disturb our inner peace. This principle encourages us to build a mental armor, like that of Athena, that repels the barbs of negative judgments and comments. The key to developing this indifference is to be so deeply rooted in our values and convictions that others' words become just a distant murmur, irrelevant, and unable to disturb our serenity. Moreover, practicing indifference does not mean ignoring feedback or rejecting all forms of criticism, but rather learning to distinguish between what is constructive and what is merely destructive. Like the Stoic philosophers who engaged in dialogue and debated ideas without losing their composure, we must learn to filter information, embracing what can help us grow and letting go of what is baseless. This ability to detach greatly contributes to our personal and professional growth. It allows us to remain focused on our goals without being swayed by external opinions. Indifference to malicious gossip helps us maintain calm in potentially stressful situations and preserve our energy for what truly matters. Applying this third principle means living with the conviction that our evaluation of ourselves is the only one that truly matters. By developing such inner strength, we can face life's challenges with a balance and serenity that few can disturb. Teachings like those of Epictetus. Regarding the reaction to offenses, recall the resilience of Hercules, the hero who faced seemingly insurmountable challenges with courage and determination. In our context, facing offenses does not mean fighting against them, but rather perceiving them in a new light, not as personal attacks, but as opportunities for personal growth. The Stoic calm in facing offenses begins with the understanding that it is our perceptions, not the words themselves, that give them power. When someone throws a verbal arrow at us, we can choose to let it pass or deflect it with wisdom. This approach requires continuous mental training, similar to how an athlete prepares their body for competition. Practicing daily reflection and meditation can help establish an emotional distance from offenses, allowing us to respond with consideration rather than impulse. For example, if a colleague harshly criticizes our work, we can use this criticism to examine our performance and identify areas for improvement, rather than reacting negatively. Incorporating this principle into our lives allows us to maintain serenity, even in the face of the sharpest criticisms, turning every offense into a step toward our personal evolution. Such practice not only strengthens our emotional resilience, but also enriches our ability to interact with others in a more mature and reflective way. This Stoic approach to offenses equips us to face daily interactions with newfound strength, transforming potential conflicts into moments of learning and personal improvement. Like Prometheus, who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity, enduring immense suffering for the greater good, we too can draw on courage to overcome our fears and shame. Epictetus teaches us that these emotions are not permanent conditions, but rather reflections of the stories we tell ourselves and the reactions we choose to have in response to the events of our lives. The Stoic approach encourages us to see fear and shame not as enemies to be avoided, but as opportunities to exercise our inner strength and commitment to personal growth. Facing these emotions with courage and understanding allows us to transform potential obstacles into moments of significant learning and development. Through the daily practice of reflection and self-examination, we can learn to decipher the origins of our fears and understand how shame may have roots in unrealistic social or personal expectations. This process of introspection helps us develop greater compassion for ourselves and others, mitigating the impulse to judge or be overly critical of our actions or those of others. By encouraging us to accept and explore these complex emotions, Stoicism provides the tools to free ourselves from the weight of unrealistic expectations and embrace a more authentic and fulfilling life. Like Prometheus, our journey through fear and shame can illuminate the path not only for our personal liberation, but also for contributing to collective well-being. By strengthening our emotional resilience, we can face life's challenges with renewed strength and determination, transforming each trial into a triumph of self-awareness and courage. This not only improves our lives but also inspires those around us to seek the same freedom and inner fulfillment. In our journey through the 5 Stoic Principles, we have explored how ancient wisdom can illuminate and strengthen our modern lives. From Prometheus to Athena, the heroes and deities of Greek mythology have served as our guide, showing us the power of an indomitable will and a balanced mind. Remember, true strength does not come from avoiding challenges, but from how we choose to face them and transform them into opportunities for growth. Through the practice of Stoicism, we can aspire to a serenity that remains unshaken in the face of life's storms, fueled by self-knowledge and a constant commitment to personal improvement. These principles are not just a philosophy, they are a compass guiding us in building a life full of meaning and resilience. We invite you to reflect on how these principles can be applied in your life and to share your experiences in the comments below. If you find value in these teachings, consider leaving a like, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this video. Your participation helps spread this transformative knowledge and grow together as a community.